Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving deep today into some creative ways to make money using just your phone. Our source, well, it's a
Yeah.
YouTube video that breaks down someone's personal recommendations and experience. Now it's always important to do your research before jumping into, you're
Yeah.
not any money-making venture. So let's unpack their advice together
Yeah.
and
And
see what holds up.
exactly.
Yeah.
Smart to be cautious. What works for one person, might not for everyone. And it's
Yeah.
important to understand the full picture before making decisions.
Okay, so the first app that's highlighted in the video is Geopol,
Mm-hmm.
and it lets you earn
Yeah.
by completing surveys on your phone. Seems simple enough, right?
Yeah, Geopol it's actually a legitimate platform used by various organizations for data collection.
Yeah.
What's unique here is that they reward you with airtime instead of cash.
Interesting. So, is earning airtime actually valuable?
Well, it can be. Think about it. In many parts of the world, airtime is a significant expense. So for those in remote areas or where mobile money is prevalent, this could be a practical way to offset costs.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a great point. So, walk us through how Geopol works.
Okay, so you download the app,
Yeah.
you register, and turn on location services. Then every few days, you get notifications
Yeah.
for new surveys. Once you've earned enough, you can withdraw your earnings as airtime. It's almost like a mini side hustle, just by sharing your opinions.
Yeah, definitely something to think about. Okay, the next app on our list is Achieve app, which is marketed as the biggest saving app in Ghana. And the video claims you can make money with no initial investment. What are your thoughts on that claim?
Anytime you see something promising quick and easy money with no upfront cost, it's wise to be a little skeptical. While there might be legitimate opportunities, it's crucial to dig deeper and understand the model.
Agreed. So, how does Achieve app work?
So, the YouTuber explained that you download the app, register using referral code, Scott666 in this case, and verify your account. What's interesting is their referral system. Both the person referring and the new user get 10 Ghanaian cedis when the new user makes their first deposit of 10 GHS.
So, they encourage you to put money in to get the bonus.
Yeah.
So there's a catch, right?
Yes. Achieve app encourages you to keep your money invested for at least a week before withdrawing, almost positioning it as an investment opportunity. It definitely raises questions about how sustainable their model is, especially if it heavily relies on new users.
That's a really good point. High returns with quick turnaround often come with higher risks, and it's crucial to understand those risks before making any decisions. Let's move on to something a little different now. The YouTuber also talked about Binance. Unlike the other apps we've discussed, Binance is a big player in the cryptocurrency world.
Right. Binance it's a globally recognized cryptocurrency exchange platform.
Yeah.
And it carries a certain level of credibility because
Right.
of its size.
And reputation in the market.
Yeah. The YouTuber mentioned a referral bonus on Binance where using a specific link can earn you a 300 USD trading rebate fee. Could you break that down for our listener? Sure. When you buy or sell cryptocurrency, you typically pay trading fees. This rebate basically means you get a discount on those fees, which could be beneficial, especially if you're actively trading.
Okay, that makes sense. The video also highlighted Binance's auto-investing feature, which uses a DCA, or dollar cost averaging strategy, for those not familiar. Could you explain what that is?
Yeah. DCA is a strategy where you invest a set amount of money at regular intervals, regardless of the price fluctuations, essentially. You're averaging out your purchase price over time, which can help mitigate the impact of market volatility.
Interesting. So it's a way to potentially reduce risk.
Exactly. However, it's important to remember that DCA doesn't eliminate the inherent risks of investing in cryptocurrencies. The market can be volatile, and losses are always a possibility.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's so important to be aware of both the upsides and downsides of any investment strategy.
Okay.
On to the final opportunity mentioned in the video. This one's a bit different from the previous three. It's called user testing. Have you heard of this one?
Yes. User testing is a platform where businesses connect with people to get feedback on their websites and apps. It's a valuable tool for companies looking to improve their user experience.
You get paid to share your thoughts and experiences with different online platforms.
Precisely. It's all about providing insights from a user's perspective.
What's interesting is the YouTuber hasn't actually tried user testing themselves, but they still think it's worth exploring, especially for those with PayPal accounts. It seems like a fairly established and reputable platform, even if the YouTuber hasn't personally used it.
That's a good observation. It does speak to their willingness to share a variety of options, even those they haven't directly experienced.
Okay. So let's recap what we've learned from this deep dive. Into making money on your phone so far, we've explored 4 very different avenues. Geopol, which rewards you with airtime for taking surveys. Achieve app, with its unique referral system, and questions surrounding its long-term sustainability. Binance, the cryptocurrency exchange that offers a referral bonus, and DCA investment strategy, and user testing, where you can get paid for sharing your opinions on websites and apps.
Yeah. It's remarkable how diverse the opportunities are these days. Just from our phones, we can access so many potential income streams.
It's definitely exciting.
Yeah.
But with so many options, it can be
Yeah.
a little overwhelming. How do you recommend our listener approach all of this information?
It's crucial to remember that what works for one person might not work for another. Before jumping into any of these, consider your financial goals, risk tolerance, and
the resources you have available. Fantastic advice. It's so easy to get caught up in the hype, but it's crucial to take a step back and assess what's truly right for you. We've given you some insights from the YouTube video, but this is just the starting point.
Absolutely. Take the time to do your own research, weigh the pros and cons, and make informed decisions based on your personal circumstances.
Right. This deep dive is just the first step. We've given you a taste of what's out there, but it's up to you to decide which avenue resonates most with you and take the initiative to explore it further. Speaking of which, what advice do you have for our listener on how to actually get started?
Well, it can be overwhelming, that's for sure. But the key is to start small. Don't try to do everything at once. Pick one platform that intrigues you and dedicate some time to really understanding it. Download the app, explore the interface, read reviews, and maybe even reach out to people who are already using it.
I love that. It's all about taking those small steps, right? Instead of feeling paralyzed by the sheer number of options, just focus on one thing at a time.
Exactly. Think of it like dipping your toes in the water before diving headfirst. You want to get a feel for the temperature, the current, and the depth before fully committing.
For our listener who might be feeling a bit lost, what would be a good starting point should they pick the opportunity with the highest earning potential? Or is there a different approach you'd recommend?
Instead of chasing the highest potential payout right away, I'd encourage our listener to think about what aligns best with their interests and skills. If they enjoy sharing their opinions, maybe Geopol or user testing would be a good fit if they're interested. In the world of cryptocurrency, Binance might be more appealing. And if they're intrigued by the concept of referral marketing, perhaps they could delve deeper into Achieve app, but with a healthy dose of caution, of course.
That's such a crucial point. It's not just about the money. It's about finding something that you genuinely enjoy doing. Otherwise, it's easy to lose motivation and give up.
Absolutely. Sustainability is key in any endeavor. And that includes side hustles or online income opportunities. If you're not passionate about it, it's unlikely to last.
Okay, so let's imagine our listener has taken your advice and chosen one platform to explore. What's the next step?
Once you've selected a platform, it's time to dive into the nitty-gritty details. Read the terms and conditions, understand the fee structure, and familiarize yourself with the platform's policies. This might sound tedious, but it's crucial for avoiding surprises down the road.
Oh, definitely. I've learned that lesson the hard way a few times. It's so easy to skip over the fine print, but it can really come back to bite you later on.
Right. It's like signing a contract without reading it. You never know what you might be agreeing to.
Okay. So our listener has chosen a platform, done their research, and they're ready to take the plunge. What final words of wisdom do you have for them as they embark on this new journey?
I'd say manage your expectations. Don't expect to get rich quick. These opportunities can provide a supplemental income stream or a fun way to explore new areas, but they're unlikely to replace a full-time job overnight.
Such an important reminder. It's easy to get caught up in the hype and the promise of easy money. But the reality is, it takes time, effort, and consistency to build anything worthwhile.
Exactly. Be patient, be persistent, and most importantly, enjoy the process. Learning new skills and exploring different avenues is a valuable experience in itself, regardless of the financial outcome.
I love that. It's all about the journey, right?
Precisely. And who knows, what starts as a side hustle could evolve into something much bigger down the line.
Absolutely. The possibilities are endless when you approach things with an open mind and a willingness to learn.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to circle back to something you said earlier. about choosing opportunities that align with your interests and skills. Can you elaborate on that a bit more? What are some practical ways our listener can identify those areas where their passion and potential for earning intersects?
That's a great question. I think the first step is to simply reflect on what you genuinely enjoy doing. What are you naturally drawn to? What activities make you lose track of time? What are you curious about? Learning more about?
Yeah, that's a great starting point. Often our passions are hiding in plain sight. We just need to take the time to acknowledge them.
Exactly. Once you have a clearer sense of your interests, the next step is to explore how those interests might translate into income-generating opportunities. For example, if you love writing, maybe you could explore freelance writing gigs or content creation. If you're passionate about photography, perhaps you could offer your services for events or portraits.
Those are great examples. It's all about connecting the dots between what you love doing and what other people are willing to pay for.
Right. And the beauty of the internet is that there are so many resources available to help you make those connections. Online marketplaces, freelance platforms, and even social media groups can be valuable tools for finding opportunities that align with your passions.
That's so true. We live in an era where it's easier than ever to turn our hobbies and interests into viable income streams.
Absolutely. And the key is to not be afraid to experiment. Try different things, see what resonates. And don't be discouraged if something doesn't work out. Every experience is a learning opportunity.
I love that perspective. It's all about embracing the journey, learning from our mistakes, and continuously evolving.
Exactly. And who knows, what starts as a simple exploration could lead to a whole new chapter in your life.
Okay. Before we get too carried away, let's bring it back to our listener. What would be a concrete action step they could take today to start exploring these opportunities?
I'd suggest setting aside a dedicated time slot, maybe an hour or two, to brainstorm your interests and research potential avenues. Create a list of possibilities, prioritize them based on your level of excitement and potential, and then choose one to focus on for the next week or two.
Yeah, I love the idea of setting aside dedicated time for exploration. It's so easy to get caught up in a daily grind and put our dreams on hold. But by scheduling that time in our calendars, we're making a commitment to ourselves and our future.
Absolutely. It's all about prioritizing our goals and taking those small steps towards achieving them.
As we wrap up this deep dive into the world of online income opportunities, what's the key takeaway you want our listener to walk away with?
I think the most important message is that there's no one-size-fits-all approach. What works for one person might not work for another. And it's all about finding what resonates with you, your interests, and your goals.
That's such a powerful message. It's all about empowering ourselves to take control of our financial futures and creating a life that we're genuinely excited about.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, on that inspiring note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive. We hope this episode has inspired you to explore the exciting world of making money with your phone and that you feel empowered to take control of your financial future.
Remember, the possibilities are endless, and the only limit is your own imagination.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep